Okay, quick question. Have you ever had that moment where it's payday, you check your bank account, and for about 12 glorious seconds you feel rich? Then you blink, rent hits, a subscription you forgot about hits, gas, groceries, some random annual fee from something you barely remember signing up for, and suddenly you're doing mental math like, all right, if I keep my card under $37 until Friday, I can survive. If that felt a little too familiar, yeah, that's the paycheck to paycheck cycle. And the worst part is, it makes you feel like you're failing, when in reality, you're stuck in a system that keeps people stuck. So today, I'm going to show you exactly what to do in 7 days to start breaking that cycle, using both the math and the psychology behind why it happens. My name is Jack. If you're stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle, hit subscribe and drop a thumbs up if this helps. Here's the thing most people misunderstand about living paycheck to paycheck. It's not always about income. Sometimes it is, but very often, the real problem is this. You have zero margin. You could make $3,000 a month or $10,000 a month. If your bills and habits expand to match your income, you still end up waiting on the next paycheck, like it's life support. And by the way, you're not alone. Research shows a large share of people say they live paycheck to paycheck. So, this isn't about shame, it's about systems. The real problem, no buffer. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't just low savings. It's no buffer between you and life. And life always does life things. Car repairs, medical bills, broken phones, unexpected fees. Studies have shown many people struggle to cover even a $400 emergency without borrowing. And when you don't have buffer, something interesting happens psychologically. Your brain goes into scarcity mode. You focus only on surviving the moment. That's why people turn to credit cards, just to breathe. And with credit card rates often around 20% or more, that quickly becomes a trap. So the goal of this video isn't get rich in 7 days. It's better than that. It's building your first real buffer in 7 days so you stop living on a financial razor's edge. Before we start, 3 quick rules. No perfection, only progress. We're building margin first, not chasing investments. And this is a systems problem, not a motivation problem. Let's go step by step. Day 1. Find your bleed number. Most people think they need a full budget. You don't. You need one number, your bleed number. Bleed number equals monthly take-home pay minus required monthly spending. Required spending means things you truly can't skip. Housing, utilities, transportation, minimum debt payments, groceries, insurance, phone. Example, take-home income is $3,200 and required spending are rent, $1,400, utilities plus internet, $220, car plus insurance, $450, minimum debt payments, $280, groceries, $450, phone, $70, gas, $160, total, $3,030. Your bleed number is $3,200 minus $3,030 equals $170. That means you have $170 for everything else in life. And if your number is negative, that's not failure. It's just math, and math can be fixed. Your task today is to open your bank app and calculate your real number. Day 2. Build a tiny buffer. Now you might be thinking, Jack, I don't have money to save. That's exactly why we start small. Today you build a 7-day survival buffer. For most people, that's $100 up to $300. Just enough to stop small emergencies from pushing you into debt. Move $25 up to $50 into a separate account. Sell one unused item. Cancel one subscription. Have one no-spend evening. Even a small buffer changes your mindset because panic decisions disappear. Day 3. Stop the leaks. Most people don't have one big spending problem. They have 10 small ones. $10 here. $14 there. Subscriptions that run forever. So today you do a 15-minute subscription audit. Open your bank statement and search for recurring charges. Cancel anything you haven't used in the last 30 days. Downgrade anything you don't need at the highest tier. Your goal is to free up $30 to $100 per month. That money becomes your buffer. Day 4. Negotiate your bills. The biggest savings usually come from fixed costs. because lowering one bill by $50 saves $600 per year. Today, negotiate 3 bills: internet or phone, insurance, any subscription service. Use this simple script. Hi, my bill is too high and I'm considering switching. Are there any promotions or lower cost plans available? You'd be surprised how often this works. Day 5. Build the buffer account system. Here's the trick most people miss. Budgeting with willpower doesn't work. You need a system. Create 2 accounts, bills account and spending account. When you get paid, bills go to the bills account automatically. Your weekly spending goes to the spending account. A small amount goes to your buffer. This removes guesswork and prevents the one big account chaos. Day 6. Stop using credit like income. Credit cards feel like oxygen when money is tight. But when interest rates are around 20%, that oxygen becomes poison. Today's move is simple. The freeze and replace rule. Freeze credit card use for 7 days. Replace it with one rule. If the money isn't in your spending account, it doesn't happen. And if you have debt, remember this priority. Minimum payments first, buffers second. Because without a buffer, the next emergency sends you right back to the card. Day 7. Lock the system in. Today is about automation. Set up the following: automatic transfers to your bills account, automatic transfers of $10 up to $25 into your buffer, autopay for minimum debt payments. Then create one simple ritual: the Sunday 10-minute money check. Check bills, check spending, check your buffer. That's it. No complicated spreadsheets, just consistency. I had a friend who constantly felt hunted by his bills. Every small surprise turned into a crisis. We ran this exact system. Within a week he had a couple $100s in buffer, lower monthly bills, and separate accounts that stopped the chaos. The biggest change wasn't the money, it was the stress disappearing, because buffer buys calm, and calm leads to better decisions. Here's the harsh truth. If income and expenses stay the same, nothing changes. But here's the hopeful truth. You don't need a massive raise to escape paycheck to paycheck. You need 3 things: a buffer, a system, a few key expense wins. Once margin exists, everything becomes easier. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this: you're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because you have no margin. And margin can be built. Start the 7-day plan today, even if it's messy. Because the first time an unexpected bill shows up and you don't panic, you'll realize something powerful. That's what financial freedom actually starts to feel like. If this helped, hit subscribe, because on this channel we don't do get rich quick. We do get free for real.